Hey guys, Jedi Master here. Welcome to episode 5 of Mega Man Let's Play Mega Man X2. In this episode, we will begin taking on the X-Hunters in the X-Hunter base, the X-Hunter stage on the North Pole, where we will save Santa Claus. But first, let's go back to Bubble Crab's stage and do some health farming. Okay, so you see this hidden area here. Well, obviously don't. Here's the hidden area in Bubble Crab stage. It's just after that sea camphor opens that little ledge under there. But here's how you do health farming in Bubble Crab stage. Use the silk shot, charge it up, keep it charged, and you'll see all this come towards you. It's so much easier to do health farming here, so you don't have to waste a bunch of time doing all that in other stages. So it's a lot easier than in Mega Man X1 going to Armored Armadillo stage and just collecting it by beating a bunch of little bat thingies. Mega Man X! Okay, we already know that Kane. Dr. Kane. For some reason this scene plays again. I don't know why, but it does. And there's really no use saving because you'll still be brought back from the beginning like in Mega Man X1. But anyways, now that we've done all our health farming, let's save Santa Claus! Oh, I love this track here. So anyways, Thanksgiving break is almost over for me. Well, for me at least, because today's Monday. And my Monday class got canceled, so I got an extra day of Thanksgiving break. But I said that I should have all my Let's Plays for Mega Man X2 and for the Blob finished by Thanksgiving break, at least all the recording. But I had kind of a busy Thanksgiving break. So thing is, my sister came and my older sister and my younger brother came home. My sister lives south. Well, where I live, I don't live in Indianapolis, but I live in the greater Indianapolis area. Gotta be careful here, because then... So, and my brother goes to school down in Mississippi. My sister lives in Bloomington. But they were down home. They were home. My sister's... Oh, man. Anyway, currently my sister works at a choreographer for one of her friends' show choirs. One of her best friends from high school is currently a show choir director at some school down in Bloomington, I'm guessing, but yeah. So my sister came home they came home for Thanksgiving, and the day after Thanksgiving, my sister and I went to see Wicked down at the Wicked. If anyone's heard of the musical Wicked, it's basically a prequel to. It acts as a prequel to The Wizard of Oz. And it shows that the Wicked Witch of the West wasn't really wicked. She was just seen that way, and that the whole plot against the Wicked Witch of the West was really just a bunch of propaganda, according to the show. But I'm sure many of you have heard of the show. It's been going on really successfully, for 9 or 10 years now. But my sister is a huge fan of Wicked. This was the 5th time she'd ever seen it. This is the 2nd time I've ever seen the show. First time I saw it was back in December of 2010. It was a Christmas present from my dad for the entire family in Christmas of 2010. But this year my sister and I just saw it. But it was kind of... The funny thing is that the Murat 3, it was some usher at the Murat Theater kept getting everyone mixed up. So my sister and I were seated orchestra center, But the usher took us to orchestra left. And while we were sitting in orchestra left... Ah, shit. I lose focus when I talk. But while my sister and I were seated in orchestra left, this group of three girls that were seated orchestra left, we were supposed to be orchestra center. Came by, and then we realized, oh shit, I think they seated us in the wrong place. So we went to orchestra center. The proper seating for us. And then they continued to mix people up. Like, people were being seated in orchestra center when they were supposed to be orchestra left or orchestra right, and so on and so on. And then, while my sister and I were sitting, like, we were seated for like 10 minutes at that point in the right place for where we were sitting. Okay, let me rephrase that. We were sitting where we were supposed to be sitting. And then this group of 4 people, it's like this elderly couple and their 2 kids, who are both adults. And there were 4 of them, we had 3 seats, and then we were thinking, oh, I think we're supposed to be sitting 2 seats down. Okay, so here's violin. Let's get his weakness ready, which is the bubble splasher. We didn't have this weakness last time. But then we realized, oh, like, no, there's not another seat. So, but then the worst happened. The curtains went, right when that happened, the curtains were going down. Well, not the lights went down. That's what I'm trying to say. So my sister didn't have anywhere to sit. So my sister said, you know what, I've seen this show 5 times already. I'll go talk to the usher. And she went to talk to the usher. And they just told her, tell everyone to the right of you to move down 1 seat. We discovered, oh, there's not 1 more seat. So my sister decided, what? Okay, this is what? How could you have overloaded my circuits? Arrgh! Okay, continuing from where I left off. So as I was saying, my sister and I were initially seated in the wrong place. We were supposed to be orchestra center, and the usher seated us orchestra left. Then we realized, oh, we got a sit in orchestra center. We're in the wrong place, so we went to the orchestra center seatings. And then as, like, right when it was about time for the show to start, this group of 4 comes in. There's only 3 seats beside us. So we said, oh, I think we're supposed to move down a seat. There's not another seat, so we have 1 seat just between my sister and I. So then my sister decides, you know what, I've already seen this show 5 times. This is my 5th time seeing the show. So I'll just go find an usher, tell her what the situation is. Okay, so here's the spike pit. We gotta avoid this. But then my sister finds an usher, like a third of the way into the first act of the show. My sister comes back with the usher, and then my sister tells me, tell everyone beside you. What the usher tells my sister is, oh crap, I forgot about that spike. Well, luckily I have 3 lives left, so... we've passed the message down towards the people to move down a seat. There's not another seat down. There's not a free seat down the aisle in Orchestra Center, so we're screwed. So my sister decides, you know what, I'm just going to see the usher to see if they can find somewhere else for me to sit. But then one of the people in that group of 4 decide, you know what, this is more so our fault than yours. I don't think we're supposed to sit here. So this one woman decided, so So this kind woman decided, you know what, I'll just talk with the manager. And luckily they solved the issue. I mean, I felt bad for her. I felt bad for my sister. I felt bad for the lady who ended up missing part of the show because, like, obviously my sister's seen Wicked. This is her 5th time seeing it, but for this other woman for the lady that decided to okay, I'm gonna be safe. I'll use the speed burner. If this other lady decided to just because I don't know her situation. I don't know if she's seen the show before or not. I don't want this power up. So I felt bad. And plus there was this other girl in a wheelchair who was seated in the middle of the section, orchestra center, like pretty close to where we were sitting. And she was in a wheelchair, so like her sister has to carry her in, because obviously you can't get her wheelchair to seat in the middle of the section. But then they find out, oh, they're in the wrong section too, so her sister has to carry her, and then everyone in the aisle has to walk out back. Everyone in the who's seated has to go back into the aisle so her sister can carry her back. And now we're facing off against Surge's. And this time his weakness is the speed burner rather than the Sonic Slicer. Maybe it's not. According to the Mega Man X wiki, oh, so this is how you get it. Freaking Mega Man X wiki lied to me. They told me the speed burner was his weakness in the X Hunter stage, in the X Hunter, the last stages, but that's not the case. It's still the Sonic Slicer. So if anyone's wondering why Surges gets a new form and Violin doesn't, and Agile also gets a new form, apparently they're supposed to also have a second form for Violin, but I guess due to time constraints that didn't happen, so they just revamped his boss battle slightly by giving him those 2 extra blocks. But oh well. So this is a pretty easy boss battle. As long as you have all your health stored up. This is impossible! The prophecy must be fulfilled! Okay, so if anyone's wondering, no, you don't go directly to the next X stage. Upon defeating the next X Hunter stage, upon beating the previous boss, that's all just being edited out by me. Actually, in between each X stage, I'm actually refilling on my health. was wondering if I could get that extra life, but I couldn't. So anyways, with the girl in the wheelchair, like, I mean, I can't imagine, that must have been just really embarrassing for her. Because obviously now you have to do that twice. First, have everyone move out of the aisle to put her in so she can get in that section they thought they were supposed to be in. She and her sister. And then have to move her out and then move her back in. Okay, so this whole thing with this platform is really annoying. This is part of why I don't like X2 as much as X1 and X3 in the Super Nintendo games. Here's where it gets really complicated with this multiple platforms. Oh gosh darn. Oh man. So my sister ended up writing a complaint to the Murat Theater. So hopefully things will get better. Like, this whole platform thing is really annoying, especially with all those enemies you gotta deal with. I think I'm gonna have to edit a bunch of this out. But otherwise, my Thanksgiving was pretty good, and I hope all you viewers out there, all 10 of you, had a wonderful Thanksgiving. In addition, my dad and I also put up the Christmas tree. But yeah, my semester is almost over. Like, next week is my last week I have to drive to campus. Like, my official last final is on December 16th. But that final is online. It's only worth 10% of my grade in the class that final is in. So it's pretty cool. So I really have only one final to really worry about, which is my astronomy final. Like, my economics class, like, my professor there is, like, one of the professors, he doesn't really believe in grades. So he just, like, grades us based on points collected from clicker questions. It's pretty cool. But this whole platforming thing is really annoying. Because these enemies keep respawning. There was only a better way to get up there. Like, apparently, like, in Mega Man X3, oh god, man! Got stuck again. I'm starting to get really annoyed. This is ridiculous. Here we go, finally. But this is not the end of the stage, folks. This is not the end of the stage. Yeah. Like, so I had a pretty good Thanksgiving. And I apologize for not getting this Let's Play finished, or Let's Play of the Blob finished over Thanksgiving break like I said I probably would be able to. It's just I had kind of a busy Thanksgiving break, you know, what with my sister and I seeing Wicked, plus I got a suit, because, you know, like, obviously since I'm in college, like, in the next few years I'm going to be probably applying for internships. So I'll need a suit for, like, interviews. And I went to pick that up. Plus, my sister and I seen Wicked that night on Black Friday. And then the next day we celebrated my sister's birthday, and Sunday, I'll admit, I just got lazy. Both that and my dad and I put up the Christmas tree. And Agile's weakness is the magnet mine. But yeah, I had a pretty good Thanksgiving. Played a bit of Xenoblade Chronicles. By the way, it took me like several months to, like almost a year to finally get that game. Because I asked for it for Christmas last year. But obviously I was not aware that the game only got a limited release here in America. Which I think is stupid. I mean, Xenoblade Chronicles was critically acclaimed, and I will even say Xenoblade Chronicles is probably the best game on the Wii, hands down. It's just everything. It's got a really good story, got really good characters. No, this cannot be me. Ah. And if it's so critically acclaimed, I don't understand why Nintendo didn't make any more American copies for the NTSC region code. Obviously, all Japan and all the PAL regions got the game. It got fully produced, but we only got a limited release. It was a GameStop exclusive. I ended up having to pay $63 for my copy, because at that time, GameStop was offering $90 for a used copy. But anyways, I'm running out of time, so this is Kate Jedi Master signing off.